Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. You know, I'm not finna be nice in this particular video. You know, like I've been trying to tell you, sometimes our biggest enemy in our community and the biggest racists and the biggest white supremacists are actually people that look like me and had the audacity to call themselves a black man or a black woman. I'm gonna say this about Gail. Gail is not a black woman. She is a white supremacist. Charles Barkley is a white supremacist. You know, I know people want to say Charles Barkley is canceled. Charles Barkley has always been canceled to me. Charles Barkley has been cooning forever since he played in the NBA, since he retired from the NBA, since he been in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Charles Barkley is always gonna be a handkerchief head coon, and it need to be said. And I got a video coming out where it's gonna be basically self-explanatory. I'm gonna do it probably sometime next week. But guys like Charles Barkley, they practice white supremacy on behalf of their, white slave master bosses. Charles Barkley stoop. I ain't gonna say stoop to an all-time low. He basically showed who he is and who he will always be. He basically said that Kobe Bryant, as well as what he achieved on the basketball court, he should be possibly remembered for basically the rape allegations, which no, he shouldn't because he wasn't convicted of anything. But I want y'all to keep in mind Charles Barkley is a swirler. He married to an ugly ass white woman because I seen his wife. She ugly as fuck. So Charles Barkley is the type that he'll just throw his own under the bus for the almighty dollar. And he'll continue to practice white supremacy to save Becky. That's what Charles Barkley is married to. Look, I'm gonna make this very clear. If you one of my subs and you got a problem with me pointing out the fact that Charles Barkley is a coon because he married outside his race, then hey, you feel free to unsubscribe. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Charles Barkley been doing this shit. Charles Barkley been doing this shit forever, throwing black people under the bus. Trying to justify slavery and all that type of shit. Because then he opens up the door for, the people he worked for to come in and make their ridiculous, assumptions and statements and quotes about slavery because they are trying to dumb slavery down, trying to make it look like it wasn't as bad as people made it out to be, which it was everything is everything as it was told in the history books. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. And anybody that tells you different, they're a liar. But they use guys like Charles Barkley basically to speak on their behalf on the issues that they too chicken shit to talk about. So they'll hire somebody like Charles Barkley or they'll tell somebody like Charles Barkley to basically, hey, maybe you should talk about this and talk about that. And then, you have the white supremacists that listen to Charles Barkley and then they try to argue with guys and try to present these type of points to us about slavery and the black experience and the situation with Kobe Bryant. I'm going to say this once again. This is just real talk. Charles Barkley is married to a funky ass white woman, and he got his little his little mixed kids and all that type of shit. But that's just how Charles Barkley get down. He been doing that shit. Charles Barkley is a weak ass bitch ass nigga, and he always have been. I'm just keeping it 100. And it need to be said about him. And he a coward and he a clown. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole the whole scheme of things, nobody wants to tell the truth about this funky ass white hoe. You know what I'm saying? that basically lied on Kobe Bryant. Let's just present the facts. Nobody wants to tell and put out the facts that this nasty ass white bitch had like multiple different semen in her panties, and the excuse that was given to why she had so many different set of semen in her panties is because she didn't have any clean underwear. So that just tells you how she gets around. Not to mention this lady has a history of schizophrenia. She allegedly tried to commit suicide a couple of times to get the attention of her boyfriend, but they don't want to put that out. But this is why, like I keep telling black people, y'all need to stop listening to the lamestream media. They are liars. They are frauds. Cause I want one of these Mayonnaise Nation members to come on my channel trying to talk that shit about Kobe Bryant and trying to defend Charles Barkley. Cause I love hitting y'all with the ether stick. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. It just, like I said, it ain't even disappointing. You just shake your head with Charles Barkley because you was wondering who was gonna be the first NBA player to throw Kobe Bryant under the bus, man. And it's just sad on the fact that we do this to each other on a regular basis. That we love to protect the white man and the white woman at all costs, whether it mean throwing us under the bus and trying to humiliate us. Kobe Bryant's legacy, as far as I'm concerned, is gonna always be intact with me. It did. You got a lot of opportunist people on YouTube, you know, making this about Kobe Bryant, who he was married to and all that type of shit. Kobe Bryant never downed black women, but Charles Barkley has. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just keeping it 100. I never heard Kobe Bryant attack black women, but I did heard a lot of these black female celebrities attack black men. And like I said, a lot of people then took this Kobe Bryant's tragedy to, basically, basically support whatever agenda that they working, as far as this Kobe Bryant situation go. And you know who these people are. So it is what it is. You seen what the media did. They tried to turn their sights on Snoop Dogg and make this about him when it was about Gail, what she did. Gail was wrong with what she did. She wanted to ask them questions. She got called on it. But like I said, at the end of the day, that's what the media do. The lamestream media do. Oprah opened up the door, and you should blame Oprah for this because that's what Oprah was trying to do. She was trying to turn this into what Gail did, basically practicing white supremacy on the behalf of the white motherfuckers that she worked for. This turned into a black man versus black woman thing, and then a lot of times you had a lot of these fake pro-black women, making this about who Kobe Bryant was married to and his money and all this type of shit. But then it's funny how people love to keep track of who black men are sleeping with, but then when we bring up who black women are sleeping with other than black men, then all of a sudden, then, the room gets quiet. But yeah, let me end this video saying, fuck Charles Barkley. I really want to say something real fucked up about him, but I'm going to just leave it and saying fuck Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley ain't shit. He ain't never going to be shit. And like I said, he will always be a bitch ass nigga. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.